I'm back with a 6,500 gunpowder per hour creeper farm for simulation distance 4. It's a true split density farm, meaning the modules does not interfere with each other, so you can build one, get exactly half the rates, or you can build two and get no diminishing returns over just building one. So 2 gives exactly twice the amount of rates as 1 does. The roof does not need spawn-proofing, you can leave it like this, because it only uses the cave cap, meaning that you can, if you want to, add a surface spawning platform, which will not interfere at all with the modules that are already built, and potentially increase the rates by another, I would say, 500 to 1000 gunpowder per hour. That's a rough estimate. I haven't made any surface modules since 1.20 when the spawning changed. But you should be able to increase the rates by quite a bit by building a separate spawning platform for the surface cap. The farm uses looting free and trident killers like most good creeper farms. I'm using this really nice trident killer from MikeHomer. It's my absolute favorite. And I'm also using the concept he showcased with the pathfinding based platforms with ice and path blocks. The main difference is the shape of the platforms. These are fitted to the simulation distance 4 and using split density. The chunk border should go right here. So this is one chunk and the rest of the farm is in this chunk. You can build these platforms all out like this, but these blocks are generally not spawnable because the spawn is sphere. And there are some blocks within the farm that aren't spawnable either, but I chose to do it like this because this was the easiest and still decently block conserving layout I could do without complicating it. If you're building it in survival, you can use a pack. Like, I think I'm using Fox in No Tails pack because it's convenient to look at the spawning sphere like this. Put it here. This should be on that block, but it doesn't really matter. And see the spawning sphere. And then you can build the platforms to exactly fit within this sphere. That way you get the most spawns per block, basically. So you could skip these blocks here, and you could add like one block here. You can't really add many blocks. I maxed it out pretty well. You could add a bit more spawning platforms here, like another 1 or 2 really tiny spawning platforms that you just reach out here, and maybe get some more gunpowder. Maybe push it towards 7k, possibly, maybe. It also features a small shulker loader I made here. I'm working on a TNT factory. I was inspired by Daniel, who made ours for Alex. So I'm working on my own that works for 9,000 gunpowder per hour. That you can build on a realm, for example, if you want to bomb out a perimeter. That's not really finished yet, but it should be within a few weeks, possibly this weekend if I have time. I don't think there's much more to say about this farm. It uses the mechanic that creepers can spawn on ice, but they don't pathfind to it, so they will try to pathfind here, and they will walk into this chute here. The reason I have the chutes spaced out like they are here is because I tested and tested and tested pathfinding with creepers and came to the conclusion that this was the best layout I could come up with. Because when they spawn here, even if they select a block here, I think, they won't pathfind to it by taking the shortest route and get stuck jumping here. Because there is a distance where they will pathfind to a block, but the route they can take to get to it, which is through here, that's too long of a path that they instead choose to just go as close to the block as possible and start jumping. And they get stuck. Okay, now when I was editing, I remembered why that happens. My testing was if we have a gorilla spawns here, and it picks a block here, even if it picks the block here that is the furthest from this block, it will not go here and get stuck. But when we have creeper here, it can pick a block in this sector over here, meaning it has an even further way to go to get there. And in that case, it will not take this route, but it will go here and it will stay here and jump. We have the same problem. Solution to this could probably be to have another drop shoot here and here. That could up the amount of tridents you need to 5. But if that isn't an issue for you, do that if you want the maximum rates. I can't speak to how much that improves things, but it should be a little at least. I might put out a correction or a note in the description if I test that. I would wager it shouldn't be too significant. I also opted for this amount of drop shoots because I could minimize it to 3 per module. You could up the rates a bit by having more of them, but that would require more tridents and be more effort to build, so this is what I settled for. This isn't a maxed out farm. You can probably get somewhat higher rates than Sim 4, I'm sure of that, but I think this is a very good reward to effort ratio. These platforms are very easy to build, extremely easy. If you compare it to my 9k creeper farm from before 1.21, these are so easy to build. I don't think it should take more than a few hours to build this entire farm. Either way, I won't be making a tutorial for this as of now. I might in future. The reason I'm not is because I just moved and have some studies to catch up with. And I don't know how soundproof my room is, so I don't want to take hours recording that right now. Might in the future, as I said, if people want it. I will still link a structure and a world download for this farm in the description, and you can take a look. I will point out a few important bits that you shouldn't forget when building this. And that's these trapdoors. They need to be closed or open so that when the creepers jump here, they can't jump through. These need to be open like this. What else? If you decide to build my sugar loader, no, actually, I don't think there's anything you need to think about that. I think I made it work. I can point out why we have this. Basically, in case you miss a button in the roof, these are here to block other spawns. If you miss one, zombies can spawn. If zombies or skeleton spawns, they are killed by the trident killers. That's no problem. But you can get babies. And if you get babies, well, if you get babies, they won't die. They will flow out of the trident killers and they will go by the water stream. And I just have this here to, in case they do spawn, they will die here. You can place this wherever you want, come up with your own solution. You just need some way that they die. I tested this farm without doing this, in fact, and even then I didn't notice a big hit to the rates, honestly, even if one spawned. But anyway, have this to kill them. I think that's a good approach. Right, you get XP, and the way I'm envisioning you get to the farm is just climbing up here. You can go into the drop shoot here, and you can go up. Oh no, he will fall down, red. Ah, okay. No, he can stay there. And then when you want to get down, I have some water here. I thought that was just kind of neat, convenient, you know. I don't think... Oh, right, yeah. You can, of course, use ice for the entirety of your water streams. That will work. Although, if you do use ice for all of these blocks, beware that drowned can spawn on the blocks here. If these are solid blocks, you will have to use solid blocks here, up here too. The reason I have 2 blocks here is because the gunpowder didn't get enough momentum to blow past this block otherwise. Oh, and like with all trapdoor triangulars, the hinge needs to be on the south side, meaning if you open it, the opening thing, like close, must go toward the negative coordinates. Otherwise they will not be log proof. Well, they aren't relog proof, but if you notice when breaking, turn the triangular off and relog, and they will be back to normal. That's called a relog 2 proof, I'm told. I'm not a huge triangular guy, but that much I have learned. I think I'm just rambling at this point, so I think that will be have to be it. I might put out a more concise video, maybe a showcase or something, but right now that's all I can manage. So bye bye, and hope you have fun with this. A final note, you need to build this above a deep resolution for maximum rates.